Hello and welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial, and in this one I'm going to be showing you how to build the 72 times super smelter as you see behind me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. Okay, and let's start off with everyone's favorite, a materials list. So these are the materials that you're going to need, and they are all in this chest. So just pause the video here, grab the materials, and then come back to the tutorial. And these building blocks right here can be anything that you want. So these could be wooden planks, stone bricks, doesn't really matter. I just choose smooth stone. And on top of that, you are also going to need your fuel and whatever you're going to smelt. And then I'm going to show you how to build this. But again, get all the materials and then come back. Okay, so all you want to do is place a double chest right here, and then you're going to grab your hoppers, and you're going to run 37 hoppers into this double chest. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Alright, and now once we're here, all we want to do is we want to place 1, 2, 3 hoppers running into that hopper, and then we're going to come back with 37 more hoppers. Okay, and once we're at the end here, all we want to do is we want to grab our furnaces, and we are going to run 36 furnaces across the 37 hoppers, leaving one space at the end, and then we are going to do the same on the other side. Okay, now that we're here, what we want to do now is grab our hoppers and run hoppers into the back of all of these furnaces. Okay, and now we are going to run more hoppers into these furnaces. I promise it's not all hoppers. We're almost done. Okay, and that is going to be it for the hoppers. Now we want to come over to this side over here, and we are going to grab some blocks, and we are just going to place blocks on this wall and right here as well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our powered rails and place 2 right here, 1 rail right here, 1 rail right here, and then a block, break this block, and then place another block right here and grab a redstone torch and place 2 just like that. You can place 1, but honestly it just looks better with 2, so why not use 2? And then yeah, we're just gonna start running rails across here. Alright, so the rails are pretty easy once you get into the rhythm of it. Pretty much we're just going to do 5 normal rails and then 1 powered rail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a powered rail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a powered rail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a powered rail, so on all the way across these top hoppers. Okay, and on the end here, instead of placing down a powered rail right here, instead we're going to be placing down a normal rail and then a redstone lamp, and then we're going to place a powered rail on top with a lever right here, so then you can turn it on and off, and I will finish this area in a moment. But instead of that, we're going to come back here and we're going to finish doing the top rails. Okay, and the same thing goes for this side as well. We are not going to be placing a powered rail on this hopper. Instead, we're going to be placing a normal rail with a block and then a powered rail and then a block on top of that powered rail coming up from the side just like that. Okay, now you should have something that looks kind of like this, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do the rails for this part of the hopper line, and pretty much what you need to do is for every powered rail here, just place down 2 powered rails like that. Don't worry, that'll fix naturally. And come back and do it right here. And same goes for this side, and so on and so forth. And pretty much you want all of these powered rails to be 1 block ahead of this powered rail. Okay, and now you should have something that looks sort of like this. So there should be V's, and if you built it in the opposite orientation, I believe it would just be normal rails. But pretty much now all we have to do is we have to link all of this up with normal rails just like this, and we're going to go all the way across to the end, and pretty much we're going to make a circle. Okay, so you should now have a circle of rails in the middle of the hoppers, and what you're going to come and do is over here break these rails right here, and then we are going to place 2 blocks of your choice and place those right there, and then we're going to place blocks like that, and then we're going to have a powered rail here, a rail right here, a rail right here, and a powered rail right there as well. Grab your redstone torches, place 1 on that furnace and 1 on that block. Now these should be powered, and this is pretty much it for the rails. Now we just have to power all of the rails. And powering them is really easy. All you want to do is grab your blocks again and just place down this little square in between of these 2 powered rails. So again, right here, and then same over here, and then we're going to do it right here as well, and finally right here. And pretty much all you want to do is grab your redstone torches and do a little shape like this. So torch, 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 and torch. So they should all look like that all the way across these squares. Okay, so your super smelter should now look something like this with these squares and the torches and the rails and the hoppers and the furnaces all in place. And now what you want to do is come over here and you want to grab a hopper, place that hopper on top of this powered rail right here, just like that, and then grab a double chest and place that like that. That is going to be your fuel chest, and now you want to take a block and place a block right here, and then a block right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. Pretty much all of this is just for decoration though. You don't need any of these blocks except for this one. So if you really want it to be small, you can do that block, but I mean, this thing is pretty massive, so there's no point in making it small. And then you want to grab your glass or your transparent blocks, and you're just gonna place that like that. Grab your blocks again, and then just kind of fill in this area just to make it look nice, so then you aren't seeing all of the gross dirt and stuff behind the glass. And that is pretty much it. All you have to do now is put in your minecarts, and then it is pretty much done. So we need our minecarts with a chest. Okay, and the last step, just place your minecart right here and your minecart right here. So this is going to be your input. This is where you are going to be placing in all of the stuff that you want smelted. So you would just come down here, and then say you want to smelt down iron ore, so then you would just fill this with iron ore, and then this is your fuel chest, so fill this with coal or dried kelp blocks or whatever fuel you're going to be using. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get some resources so we can see this thing in action. Okay, so the resources are now in the minecarts. So if we check this one, we have got iron ore, and if we check this one, we now have got coal. And I think I should point this out. You are going to need a lot of coal, because if you put 72 coal into this chest, right, you're only going to be giving each furnace 1 coal, so you're going to need a lot of coal for this thing to actually run smoothly. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to flick this lever, and we're going to watch it all fill up. Do not worry about this furnace, it will skip it on the first go, but oh my gosh, I don't know if it's just me, but I really like watching the furnaces get, like, you know, lit up or whatever. Okay, so it will unfortunately miss this furnace, so pretty much all you need to do to fix this is either move this over one or just forget about this furnace, but honestly, I would just forget about this. But yeah, so this looks really good, it works super well, and if we come in here, look how fast the items are flowing in. It is a constant stream of iron. Honestly, the hoppers can barely keep up with the furnace output, which is how fast it is. So you could do some fidangling or whatever you want to call it with the hoppers in the back here running directly into the chest instead. But yeah, that is going to do it for this tutorial. I hope you found this thing useful. If you did, please consider subscribing and smashing that like button. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.